I swear, everybody is so happy and that's making me happy. Everybody's like, sir, thank you so much for starting AS level chemistry. I'll just say to that, I'm back, baby. I'm back. Yes, let's do this. Let's now actually show you how easy AS level chemistry is. A lot of teachers discourage students, a lot of teachers and even parents to some extent discourage students from taking AS level chemistry or chemistry in A levels because they tell these students that chemistry is the most difficult subject, one of the most difficult subjects, and it's very difficult to score a grade in chemistry, and chemistry is blah 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 blah. But the only problem that I see here is that there are not good enough teachers, not a lot of good enough teachers to actually make you really get a thorough understanding of the theoretical aspect of chemistry. A levels don't get me wrong, A level is a different ball game. Yes, that's true. Thank you, Ishal. Thank you. I'm glad that I was of help in your IGCSEs. But A levels is definitely, most definitely, a different ball game. That doesn't mean it's difficult. See, if you are in grade 7, you would think that grade 6 was easy and grade 7 is difficult. If you are in grade 8, you would think grade 7 was easy and grade 8 is difficult. And then when you move on to grade 9, you're going to think grade 8 was easy and grade 9 is difficult. So obviously in life, when you go through these different, different stages of your education, you realize that the level of difficulty obviously increases, but your maturity also increases. For some of you now, when we start off with AS level syllabus, for some of you it will start to make sense initially. For some of you, it might take a couple of days for your brain to adjust to all of that knowledge. So it really varies for person to person, and you also need to realize that, okay, and you also need to realize that you can absolutely ace, especially AS level chemistry and any A level subject, if and only if you guys put in the right amount of effort along with choosing the right mentors and the right tutors and whatnot. So that's basically a little about AS level chemistry. It is definitely easy, it's not that difficult, and I'll make sure to make you understand every single thing about AS level chemistry. I'm not teaching A2 at the moment, it's just going to be AS level chemistry, and it's a 6 to 7 month course, which will start from today obviously, and your classes are going to be Thursday, Friday for the first month, then we'll change it to the regular timings, but it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Sorry guys for taking up your weekend, but literally that's the only days and the only timings I could extract for you guys out of my day-to-day professional services that I have to render to our clients, right? So Saturday, Sunday, for now the timings are 11 a.m. to 12:30. That's the timing for Saturday as well as Sunday, 11 a.m. Pakistan Standard Time to 12:30 p.m., right? That's in the morning, right? 11 a.m. to 12, because at night you might have to go out with your friends or maybe with your girlies and enjoy life. So it's gonna be in the morning, Saturday and Sunday, and on Friday it's gonna be from 9 p.m. From 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. and on Thursday it's gonna be from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Obviously all of this timing is gonna get rectified in the next 15-20 days. We're gonna move back to the normal timings, but for now, because we were about to start AS level and I was not able to get enough time for it, I figured this schedule would work perfectly for me as well as for you guys, right? Yes. Just give me a moment. Yes, thank you very much. Great. So that's basically our class timings, and I will be covering your entire syllabus, from A to Z, 100% syllabus coverage, right? Your MCQs, your theory, and at the end of the session, I'll also talk about the practicals. But please realize that practicals cannot be taught just by me speaking from the comfort of my own home and you guys, or my own office, or you guys listening to me. You have to, if you are a private candidate, you have to, it's a must, you have to go to the laboratory and practically perform the experiments, so that when you appear for the practical paper, you guys are well equipped for it and you guys can ace it. So we are going to talk about practical towards the end of this syllabus, because simultaneously a practicals cannot be taught, right? So it's towards the end of the syllabus, the how to attempt the paper, how to take calculations. But if you haven't performed it practically a couple of times, you guys, there's a very high possibility that you guys flunk the practical paper, because you need to go out there and perform it. So if you're a private candidate, please make sure to go to a laboratory and perform the experiments which are mentioned in your course, and I'll tell you that throughout the course content. Then if we talk about the AS level syllabus, it is not that, it's not a very lengthy syllabus, but it's time consuming as far as theory is concerned, right? So when you talk, because I'm going to give you guys all the details which you guys did not know in O levels, or which I wasn't able to teach you guys in O levels because you guys were young. Now all of a sudden, after 2 months, 2 months ago you were young, and now 2 months later, after your O level IGCSE exams, you guys are now all grown ups, right? So I'm going to expect you guys to be grown ups and really kind of get the hang of science and understand it, because AS level is the time where you actually pave your way to become engineers, to become doctors, to become entrepreneurs, whatever you want to become. This is actually the time which is going to shape you in and help you actually pave your path in the professional career, in your professional careers and in the practical world. Now this is basically a little introductory class, and then tomorrow onwards we are going to start to talk about chemistry. I may also talk about chemistry a little in this class even, right? Now if I talk about the syllabus, before talking about chemistry, let's talk about the syllabus for a moment. Let me show you guys the syllabus. So if I show you guys this beautiful syllabus, that's your syllabus for AS level chemistry. It's also A2, but we're just going to look at AS level, right? So if you check this out, in AS level, that's the syllabus which is applicable from 2025 to 2027. And please mind you that this is the only AS level batch that I will be teaching for the entire year. So those students who think that I'm going to teach another crash course in December or that's not going to happen. That's very highly unlikely, because by profession I'm a chartered accountant. I work at one of the big 4 accounting firms in the world, which is PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers. So I am literally taking out the time. I don't know how I'm taking out the time, but I am taking out the time to teach this AS level batch, right? So this will probably be the only batch, and we'll take it, we'll take and progress in this batch like a proper classroom, like a proper classroom, understanding everything, doing all the practice even, and your entire booklet has also been made. It's just out there in printing, because I realized that for AS level there are not enough good past paper topical booklets. So for the MCQs as well as the theory, your booklets are being curated very beautifully, and I have handpicked all the questions on my own. It's just up for composition and formatting and whatnot. So that'll also be out there in a couple of days, right? Probably in the next week or so. And yes, that's pretty much that. Inshallah, all of you are gonna ace AS level chemistry and even your AS level exams, provided you guys don't get distracted when you start off your A levels, because A levels, the only reason why students think that A levels is difficult, because they start to get distracted from their goal, their ultimate goal, which is to get into a top-notch university and even to start businesses during this time with their friends and that, because you have that mental maturity, you are over the age of 18, and you get a lot of opportunities during AS level. So don't skip out on gigs, don't skip out on parties, don't skip out on these societies. Always be part of these, always be lively. Don't just focus entirely on studies, but make sure that when you have a good balance between all of these things. The problem is during A levels, because of so many events, students just stop studying because they think that it's, we'll have 3 years to do it and da 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 da. But in reality, AS level is only 1 year. So you have to understand everything in a single year, and you'll also have to appear for the paper in in the same 1 year, the period of 1 year. Can we do AS level in 0.5 year? Yes, you can take crash courses and whatnot, but I am going to teach this as a model batch. I'm calling this the model batch because God knows if I get the opportunity to teach AS level chemistry again or not. I don't know that. God knows better. So that's why this is a model batch that I'm going to record for even the future batches. So you guys are lucky to get access to me in these live classes, and I'm teaching you guys live instead of you guys just watching my recordings later on. So yeah, that's pretty much that. And so if you talk about the syllabus for a moment, you have your paper 1, which is obviously the MCQ paper. That's the MCQ paper. I remember during our time, this MCQ paper was for 1 hour, and students students always struggled to complete the MCQ paper because firstly, their theoretical concepts, their theory was very weak. Remember, in AS level, more than the practice, more than the past papers, what matters is your conceptual understanding, your grip on the theory. Whichever teacher tells you that AS level is all about past paper is lying to you. They are BSing you. They are BSing with you. I'm not even joking when I say this, because see, if I talk about myself, I barely did any past papers. I'm not saying don't do past papers. You need to do it in order to make sure that you get your desired grade. But more than past papers, your theoretical aspect counts. Your theory actually matters. Your concepts actually matters more. In O levels, I'd say it's like 50-50. But in A levels, I'd say, or in O levels, I'd also say that, concepts are like 30% and past paper practice 70, and you're still going to get your grade. But in A levels, I'd say that theory is 70%, understanding, conceptual understanding is, holds about 70% of your weightage in order to get your desired grade, and 30% is the past paper. I got A star. Yeah, and for my physics, Syllabus doesn't believe me, but I studied only for 7 days for physics exam when I was in A levels, and I got an A star. I'm not bragging about this. I'm just saying it is easy. It's not difficult. You just need to have the right approach, and that approach is going to be taught to you guys throughout this session, right? So paper 1 is the MCQ paper. In our time it was for 1 hour, but now they've increased the time to 1 hour 15 minutes because students never used to, a lot of students would not be able to complete it on time because of a lot of time consuming questions. So they've reduced the difficulty of questions. It's now more and more conceptual, and they've also given you guys more time. And in your AS level grade, it's going to contain 31% weightage. The maximum grade that you can get in AS level is an A, and then AS level and your grade in A2 level combines to either convert into an A star or an A or a B. And I shouldn't be telling you guys this, your school teachers should, but hey, we are just having a chit chat session, and then at the end I'll also talk a little about chemistry, right? Now, what I was saying was that you have your 31% weightage of these MCQ paper for your AS level, and this MCQ paper will make 15.5% of your A level grade. Now, this is basically the weightage assigned to individual components, individual papers, and you'll learn more about them later on as you progress through the syllabus, right? And then you have paper 2 for your AS level, which is for 60 marks. It's again the same time. It's 1 hour 15 minutes, but 60 marks. It's structured questions and the most easy questions. AS level, very, very easy questions in theory, even in MCQs. But I'd say between MCQs and theory, MCQs become the haunting paper for a lot of students because again their theory is weak, their conceptual understanding is weak, and that is what we'll focus on most in our sessions, as well as past paper practice. So you don't need to be, worrying about covering past papers and whatnot. I have got you guys covered. Don't worry about it, right? But realize that this is the easier paper, and it also has more weightage. It is about 46%. So it's half of your grade is this paper, literally. About half of your grade is this paper. So those who flunked this paper, they're like, bye-bye, tata, ciao, ciao, right? So you have to make sure to ace that theory paper as well. And paper 3 for AS level is your practical skills paper. It's for 2 hours. It's the easiest paper. That's why it has the least weightage. It's only 23% compared to 46% and 31%. So it has the least weightage because it's the easiest paper. You just need to go to the laboratories and actually perform this paper. Like even 2 days worth of prepping would get you your desired grade for the for this particular component. But I'm talking about the theoretical aspect of it. But if you talk about practically solving, practically performing these experiments like titration and whatnot, so you can't learn that just by reading books or by looking at tutorials on YouTube. You have to be out there and perform these experiments, right? So these are the 3 papers that you will be appearing for in your AS level. Paper 4 and paper 5 do not pertain to AS level. These 2 papers pertain to A2 level, right? So when we move on to A2, let's see if we do, but if we do, we will be Gucci, right? In A2 level, we'll talk about these 2 papers if I get a chance to teach A2 level, which probably I'm considering, because after teaching this batch, I will move on to A2 level with you guys, and I will, the next batch that's going to come in will only get the recordings. So you guys are in fact very, very, very lucky. Yeah. Okay. I will also take your questions. You guys can raise your hands and I'll take your questions after I'm done talking about a couple of things. Sir, my school doesn't allow to give AS. Should I give it or no? Okay, Bilal, that's a very good question. It's not important for you to give AS level. You can give something known as a composite. So a composite is basically students giving the AS level and the A2 level papers at the end of the 2 years. So at the end of your 2 years, you give both these, both the AS level 3 papers and the A2 level 2 papers together. So you give 5 papers at the end of 2 years, and either or is fine, especially if you're applying to universities in the US. I'd say go for composite or even AS level. It doesn't really matter, because if you go for composite or even if you just go for AS level, doesn't really matter, as long as you are good with concepts. Some students think that, oh my god, sir, how do we juggle 5 papers at the end of 2 years? Well, you realize you're getting 2 years for it. Instead of 1, you're getting 2. So that's also an opportunity. But yes, there are pros and cons to both composite and the AS level. Which is more better? That depends on you guys. So I can't give you a conclusive answer to that, because some students, they feel like, they can prep for 2 years, make every paper strong and then appear. And some students think that, hey, let me give the AS level papers, and God forbid if I don't score up to my own standard, or if I don't get my desired grade, I can then go for composite and appear for 5 papers later on. But some students who go for composite and don't end up getting good grades, they'll have to reappear in October, November in order to get into good universities. So then that's a risky point here with the composite. With the S level, even if you get a bad grade, you can always opt for composite, and then at the end of 2 years, you could give all the 5 papers again instead of, just giving these 2 papers. You can combine these 3 and then your grade is going to count, right? So if it's composite or if it's, just AS level, that doesn't really matter. What matters is that you guys have your theory strong and you guys are Gucci when it comes to appearing in your exam, right? Is it too much to take 4 subjects? No, absolutely not. Syllabus actually took 7 subjects and then he dropped down to 4 subjects later on. But initially he took 7 subjects. So I know people who took even 8 subjects, but realize, don't go crazy when taking subjects, right? Don't go crazy. I had 4 subjects. Don't go crazy when taking subjects. The problem is that students, they just make studying their entire personality and their entire life. I will be responsible for your grade, I promise. I'm going to take care of your grade. I'm going to be the one responsible for it. I will teach you. You just need to attend the classes. Make sure that there's no uncertainty left at the end of the class. There's no doubt left at the end of the class. And that's it. If you miss a class, watch the recording. That is all you need to do. And then practice with me. As I practice, you need to practice with me. I'm going to take care of everything. What you guys need to do is only one thing. Don't go crazy when it comes to studying, right? Please do take time out for your hobbies, for your skills, socialize with people. A lot of students, they go private during A levels, and that, personally speaking, it's up to you guys, but personally I don't feel like becoming a private candidate in A levels is a good choice. Because see, this is the time of your year where you'll make friends, where you'll make best buddies, you'll make your entrepreneurial journey, where you'll take that journey. I'll also help you through that, obviously, because my profession. So this is the time where you actually are on a journey of success. So if you just nobody's gonna know how good you are or your skills or whatever if you just lock yourself up in a room and just study all day long, unless and until you guys have a very, very different approach towards things and you have different goals in your mind. That's on you guys. So it again, it really varies from person to person, so I can't just give a general advice. But if you talk about me, I would have never become a private candidate because I enjoyed my time in A levels. We used to go to gigs, parties, events, and we enjoyed life as well as study and get our grades, get into top universities, even admissions into top universities. So this is the time where you actually enjoy. So remember, don't compromise on enjoying. Don't just talk about study. Don't become a kitabi kida. I will take care of that. That's on me. Right? That's on me, that's on the academy. We are going to take care of it. And I'm personally responsible for my own subject as well as all the other teachers are, like how the other teachers are for their own particular subject. So we're all responsible for it. You can ask me, you can question me. As long as you take the classes, and if you miss it, you watch the recordings later on, which will be uploaded on your own portals, because we have portal issued to every single student, so you guys can easily access the recordings and the notes and everything and anything, right? In case you even miss a class. That's all we require, and that's all I require personally. And that's it, guys. You guys should go to school. You guys should take subjects. And also one more thing, if you guys are confused which career should you opt for, always go with sciences. Then always go with sciences. If you guys are confused about your career, always go with sciences. And the reason for that is because if you take sciences, all the doors are open to you. Engineering is open as long as you take math with it. Medical is open. You have your finance field open to you. You have law field open to you. You have literally every single field which is open to you for university. So if you're confused about your career, do take sciences, because you have all the fields in the world which will be open. All the doors will be open to you when it comes to getting admissions in Pakistan or abroad or whatever, right? So yeah, and I definitely do recommend taking math with sciences, because math is going to help you in chemistry, it's going to help you in physics, it's going to help you in biology. So it's good to take math, just for, even if you don't want to appear for the paper, do study math in A levels. It gets a little complicated later on in A2, probably. I think the paper 3 or paper 5, I don't remember. But you guys will most definitely enjoy it. So you don't need to have accounting subjects, business subjects, and whatnot for going into business or finance. You can most definitely have science subjects, and that also gives you an advantage. Even if you want to go into CS, take computer science, in A levels along with all the sciences. Even if you don't take computer science, that's absolutely fine. Even if you want to go into CS, you don't take computer science, that's fine. Sir, did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Because this is literally angel's work you're doing out here. I'm not getting A stars without Thank you so much, Aisha. It really means a lot. Thank you, kiddo. Sir, holidays me weekend per 11 a.m. Nino time. I'm sorry, it's just the first month probably. After the first month, we're gonna switch the timings to regular timings and whatnot. And these are the timings, for now, these are the timings. But realize there'll be times where I'll probably take 7 classes a day, sorry, not a day, 7 classes a week. There'll be times where I'll have, 3 hour practice sessions covering all the things, giving you access, because it's all up to me. Your grade is my responsibility. So if it means me taking out time on Saturdays, staying out 2 hours, 3 hours for extra practice, again practice, again practice, again practice, I will do that. I'm not like all the, like most, not all, but I'm not like most of the other teachers whose salary or whose life or whose bread and butter depends on teaching. I'm not like that. I do this as a hobby. I do this because making sure and ensuring that students get their desired grades, students, ensuring that gives me joy. It gives me you can't even understand the feeling when students call you to tell you that they've scored the A star, they've scored the A in the exam, and they are so glad that before they were D students, U students, and that joy is all I care about, and obviously creating a positive impact in the society. So we're not just going to study chemistry here. We're going to talk about becoming entrepreneurs along the course. We're going to talk about becoming mini scientists even. We're going to talk about more and more practical stuff, because that is literally what matters in this particular stage of life. You need to have a broad vision. You need to have a positive outlook towards society. I'm not gonna, sit in a very religious spot for you guys and try to attract you towards me because, oh my god, I'm such a religious guy. If you study from me, you're gonna also ensure your religion. I don't do that. I don't do that gimmicks. I'm here to build your character. I'm here to work with you on your entrepreneurial journey. I'm here to work with you on your professional journey, and this is where it's gonna start, right? So we're not like some of the teachers. I'm not gonna name them, but there are a lot of teachers in the market who use the name of religion to convince parents as well as students to study from them, because oh my god, we are so religious, we are performing pilgrims here, and this and that, and students will be amazed by that. They'll write mashallah, and then there's Sir Suleiman who's partying in Dubai after every few months. So I'm not gonna go into that, but but that's the thing. Some teachers do actually do that, and that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. That's why we are here. We are back, baby. We are back with our banger. Yeah. So that's basically that, and I think we should most definitely start off with the first lecture of our chemistry. Do you guys want to start? Do you guys want to do you guys want me to start off with the first lecture? Okay, before I do, somebody's saying, sir, how many hours do I need to study? Aisha is saying, how many hours do I need to study per subject every day after my A-level start in September? Aisha, please listen to me very carefully. And look at what I'm writing. It varies. All of this studying varies from person to person. Please realize this. Maybe a student can get hold of the entire concept along with practice in an hour. Maybe it takes you 2 hours. Maybe it takes you 3 hours. Maybe it takes you half an hour. So have mini goals in your brain. That today I'm going to finish this chapter. So when Sir Suleiman teaches this chapter, I'm going to finish this chapter in the next 5 days or in the next 2 days. So no matter if it takes you then 10 hours a day or 5 hours a day or 20 hours a day, then you'll have to put in that much effort, because see, that's just the way nature works. I'm not going to tell you guys, 2 hours a day, 1 hour a day, because it absolutely varies from person to person, because God has created all of us with different capabilities, with different capacities. Maybe for Aisha, spending 20 minutes on English is equivalent to Samir spending 4 hours on English, right? The amount of knowledge that they extract in that time. So it varies. Please do not come into this guys, wait a moment. Please do not come into this trap of what was I saying? I forgot. Yes, do not come into this trap of studying 5 hours, study 4 hours, study 2 hours, study 10 hours, you know. So that's basically that. And inshallah, we're gonna properly commence our classes from Saturday. Just give me a moment, please. One moment, guys. So I also think Sir Abbas is here, because I thought who's calling me. Sir Abbas is here too. Sir, I'm giving you the option to unmute yourself. ठीक ठाक alhamdulillah. But it's all because of Sir Abbas that I started AS level, and because of a lot of students. Sir, you are the one forcing me. Sir, bas kar dein, बच्चे मर रहे हैं, teacher नहीं है, ये आ जाए. So you guys should thank Sir Abbas for me coming into AS level. Hey, sir. चलिए सर, जबरदस्त. बस इंशाल्लाह सर, इन सारे बच्चों के अच्छे ग्रेड. बस the only thing is you guys just need to attend the classes, and if you in case miss classes, you guys need to then have makeup classes for that by watching the recording. सर ऐसे ही है कि नहीं? I think Sir Abbas has left. Is he still here? Okay, he's muted now. अच्छा चलो, तो सर बिजी इंसान है, मेरे से ज़्यादा बिजी हैं सर, लेकिन खैर. That's basically that. Do you want me to just start off with the syllabus? What is Sir Abbas' main name like the actual one, Lamao? Do you guys want me to just start off with the syllabus? Sir Abbas is here. Yay, thank you, Sir Abbas. Why is everybody saying no? What the hell, guys? Then it's not called a demo. Indebted to Sir Abbas for my AS grade. Yes, let's go. Sir Abbas साहब के चाहने वाले इधर बहुत हैं. We are like a family. I hate math, but I'm not sure about medical as a whole. Should I opt for maths or no? I don't plan on dying. It's easy. You'll just have to put in more effort. If you hate it, you'll have to start to just persevere through it. That's what I'd say. Again, all of this advice, it's very personalized. So I can't just give you a straight up answer to this. Oh, don't do this. There are a lot of circumstances. But if you're unsure about everything and anything, then just go with sciences along with math. Sir, please let this be not PG-13. Everybody is 18 here. I don't know. Is everybody? No, once the classes officially commence, inshallah, from next week. Tomorrow we're going to have a class at what time? At 11 a.m. and it's going to go from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So you guys, get an understanding of what chemistry actually is. Chalo, I'll not teach today. Kya yaad rakhoge? I'm not going to teach because we only have like our 15 minutes left. You guys should rest after these 15 minutes. I'll take your questions, right? If you guys want to ask questions, you can most definitely do that. Yes, the syllabus. You guys can see the syllabus. If you want to take a screenshot of it, it's available online. It's available everywhere online. So, I don't think a screenshot is gonna be necessary. Sir, YouTube video upload pe hoga before main exams? YouTube, what do you mean? Like, are you saying that will I be live during the marathon sessions before the exams? I'll have to see to it, I have to see to this because I don't know if I'll have the time to hold these 4-5 hour sessions near the exams. But I'll make sure everybody is well equipped before that. Sir, is there any deadline for signing up to for this program? You guys can enjoy the first couple of classes, which are demo classes. So the first couple of classes, till the 1st of August, you're going to have the demo class. So tomorrow is going to be the first demo class, and then day after tomorrow is going to be the second demo class. And then and these two classes are 1.5 hours. Saturday, Sunday classes, 1.5 hours each for now. It's going to change later on. Please believe me, I will change it. Don't worry. I'll let you guys enjoy your weekends later on. So don't worry about that, right? But yes, so I think tomorrow's class and day after tomorrow's class is going to be free for everybody to join, and then I think 1st August is gonna come in the way. So you guys can register at any point in time, but whenever you register, please keep one thing in mind. Whenever you register for the live classes, make sure to cover the recordings. Make sure, please ensure to cover the missed classes before sitting in a live class. Because let me tell you guys something, chemistry is like a story. It's a story which requires linkage, right? So you need to be able to follow that story, and in order to be able to follow that story, you guys don't need missed classes in between. And that's the beauty of online learning. The reason why I love online teaching and online learning even is because if God forbid you miss the class, you don't have to go to the teacher and beg the teacher to teach you all the concepts again. You could literally watch the recording in full 1080p before the next live class, and you'll be good to go. You'll be up to date with the entire syllabus, right? I had many international uni acceptance. What's the fee? Please ask that from Miss Naiba and all the others. It's mentioned in the Google form. Everything is there. I don't look into those matters because I'm very busy person. Yes, thank you very much. Yes. That's basically that, guys. And because सर आ जाएं पढ़ाते हैं syllabus पढ़ाएं शुरू करें. Do you guys want me to start though? If you want, I can most definitely start, and I'll teach you guys some beautiful things about chemistry. Yeah, we can most definitely do that. Yes, some beautiful things about chemistry. Everybody's saying yes now. Chalo, I guess we should start, and I'm going to start off with the first concept of electronic configuration. Okay, everybody's saying yes now for some reason. Chalo, let's then start off with the concept. Nahi na padhaye sir, please tomorrow, I promise. Okay, chill. No sir, not now. No sir, please. Guys, I wanted to start, yeah. I seriously, someone saying, sir, here it's 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. I am tired. Please, no, sir. Please, tomorrow. All the students are waiting for. Sir, just found out you started modeling. No, I didn't, Khushi. It was a shoot. Well, you'll see me in commercials soon, but it's for education purposes, not for. I was basically, you could call it modeling, but it wasn't modeling like that. It was just for a platform. So it was pretty fun, I felt like a model. I most definitely felt like a model. I was like, oh my god, this is so awesome. One person was touching up, I tried makeup on for the first time. I didn't try, I was forced to put on makeup. So they put on some contour or something, and I don't know what they were doing. One was fixing my collar, the other one was giving me the script, and it was so fun, I actually enjoyed it. Whether the photo's gonna be out, I don't know, whenever they release it, hopefully. Chalo, tomorrow 11 a.m. okay? Tomorrow 11 a.m. we're gonna start, and you guys can ask me any question. Petition for sir to start modeling. Allah maaf kare. But that's basically, and let me tell you guys, I promise you all, I'm not joking, I promise you all that you guys will enjoy. That's why I want to teach today, so that you guys get an understanding of how easy chemistry is. It is a different ballgame. You'll have to keep your brain a little open, but it's very interesting and it's very fun. So some of you are saying do it, some of you are not saying. So we'll go with the majority, which is no, tomorrow, no teacher taught, no. I think Sir Abbas taught the class. Today, but yeah. Chalo, we'll start from tomorrow. It doesn't really matter. Tomorrow, and this lecture will be uploaded to your YouTube. So my YouTube is by the name @Carboxyl. So it's CARBOXYL. And you know why it's called carboxyl now, because you've studied O-level chemistry. Why is it called carboxyl? Because C double bonded to O is the carbonyl functional group. And then if you add the OH to it, that basically makes carboxyl, right? So my brother wanted me to call my channel as hydroxyl, this OH functional group, that's called hydroxyl, and I wanted to call my channel carbonyl, right? So I wanted to call my channel Carbonyl when I was making this up, and my brother said, why not hydroxyl? That sounds more fun. I was like, no, Carbonyl. He said hydroxyl, Carbonyl, hydroxyl. So I was like, oh, what if we combine the two and make carboxyl? That's how I came up with the name. Fun fact. Sir, you said that there's no class today. Yeah, class tomorrow. Laiba, I would have loved to teach today, but the odds are against. I hate organic chemistry. I don't know if you've taken the O level classes when I taught marathons of organic chemistry. I think you would have loved those in case you've missed those. And organic chemistry in A level is half the syllabus. Organics petition, I'll make a ton of more Sasuli core edits. Oh nahi. That's awesome. I loved those edits. Yeah, loved them. But guys, organic chemistry is half of your paper. In AS level organic chemistry and in A level organic chemistry will always be about 40 to 50% of your entire paper. And trust me, I will make sure that each and every one of you loves organic chemistry and understands it, not just rote learn and memorize things. Because what teachers do is, you need to know this, you need to rote learn this, you need to rote learn that. No, you need to understand the idea, and then you'll be able to remember it or recall it on your own with some practice and the proper conceptual understanding. So all of this sounds fun and also sounds a little too good to be true, but these are all the things I used to say in O levels, that O levels is not difficult. When students used to come to after Pak Studies Islamiyat Urdu, they used to appear for sciences, teachers would tell them it's not a joke, it's not Pak Studies Islamiyat Urdu anymore, it's difficult, da 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 da. But then again, all of those students ended up getting A stars, and inshallah, so will you guys. Your result is in the next 20 days, I think. So you guys will also ace those exams. Inshallah, I'm praying for you guys. I'm rooting for you guys. But realize that do not be scared of a subject. You just need to pick the right mentor. And if you've chosen me, well, I can speak for myself and I'd say that you are in the right place. Inshallah, you'll see. In O levels, teachers used to say it's difficult, and then when students got their A stars after studying, from good teachers, inclusive of me, thank you very much. So then they ended up getting their A stars. So it just varies. You just need to have the right mindset. So you guys are the lucky ones for whom I've taken out time to teach AS level. And I'm not saying this because I don't want you guys, I'm not doing some ihsan on you guys. I don't want you guys to think that I'm doing ihsan on you guys, but that's, and I don't even think that, but I love you guys. The amount of love that I've received from each and every one of you during the O-level sessions, and you guys were like, sir, padhana hai, hame nahi pata. There were a lot of other batches who did the same, but with you guys it was just a different connection. I was like, okay, fine, stop nagging, stop pestering me, I'll do it. So yes, I am sick. Sir, we need a get ready with me to babysit a bunch of kids that I teach chemistry as well, but they're basically just chalo, inshallah kar lenge, wo bhi kar lenge. But yeah, so yes, Noor is saying I hate organic chemistry. Yes, I didn't study from you. So that's the thing, Noor. If you would have just watched the videos on YouTube. Sir, I gotta go. Can you please continue the proper class tomorrow? Yes, absolutely. Sir, do a room tour. I have. Okay, you guys would think, sir, turn on the camera. Okay, fine. I can't do the room tour because I'm here on my MacBook, so I'll have to pick that up, and I just can't be bothered. But please realize that मैं आपको रूम टूर्स करा दूंगा किसी टाइम. Sir, background दिखाएं. चलो, if you want to see the background, fine, but please not the background. Wait a moment, uno momento. How do I remove this? Yes, you guys can now see the background. Yeah. Sounds good. Background looks good. Sir, you said chocolates दूंगा अगर A star आए. चलो आयशा, inshallah. Sir, you look tired. I am on 2 hours. I've been on 2 to 3 hours of sleep for the past 2 weeks now. Because हमारा एक client चल रहा है and it's a bank And we have to make sure that all your bank accounts are taken care of. The bank is not banking you guys, so we have to have a check and balance on them. And that's why you can see my eyes. I'm cooked. I know I'm cooked, but it is what it is. It's okay. It's all for the greater good. So, itni kitabein, sir. Sir, have you read all of these kitabein? Some of them. Maybe. Some of them. I don't know. I may have read a couple of them, but yeah. तो यही है इंशाल्लाह किताबें पढ़ा करें अच्छी चीज़ है आई वॉन्ट टू स्टडी बिलाल आई लव यू मैन फॉर वॉन्टिंग टू स्टडी बट इज दिस अ लाइब्रेरी नो इट्स माई होम sir but your home did not look like this before because I have multiple homes sorry but yes alhamdulillah alhamdulillah yeah Sir, farmhouse party when? Aisha, soon. Because you see that after you guys are done with your A levels, I think your parents, everybody's parents are going to become very lenient with them, to much extent. I'll also invite your parents over, everybody's parents, by your, I mean all the students' parents over. And you guys can have a blast. We'll have a separate party for parents and we'll have a separate party for the students, right? I'll join the students because I'm not that old. So I'd love to join the students. Most definitely in Islamabad, yes. But sir, what if O level burnt you out? How do you soft launch back into them? That's actually a very good question, Momyazia. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. But the way you sorry sir, no. Sorry for pronouncing your name. Okay, but let me just tell you, the way you do that is by slowly progressing, slowly not starting to go for 10 tuitions a day or this and that. Just go with 1 or 2 tuitions and or 1 or 2 study sessions and have funsy times, meet up with your girlies, the girly girls, yeah, and enjoy life for a while, explore your passion, your hobbies. And it's Momayaza. Okay, that's a very unique name, but I think I still pronounced it wrong. I think destination party karenge inshallah yaar, inshallah. Please show the syllabus yaar. I swear there are so many nerds in this class, that's crazy. You can see the syllabus online, you dumbo jumbo. I swear, man. Now you guys are grown ups. Welcome to the real world. Wow. That's what your parents tell you when you start to, appear for the O level exams. And then when you're done with O levels, then they say, oh, ab to bada ho gaya. And then when you're done with A levels, then they say, oh, up to university life. Welcome to the real world, welcome to this, welcome to that. And then they still kick you out of the room when they have something important to talk about. They're like, ye abhi choti hai, side pe karo, ye abhi chota hai, bahar jao. So you're gonna be in between. Sir, by when will we finish the syllabus? Beta Zulekha Marti ke aurat. Yeah, this is basically a response that people give when you say the entire story and somebody asks you the same thing again. I think agar to aap thoda sa, if you focus here, aankhe phad ke, it's written something's written over here. Can you see the screen though? Let me also show you the screen for a while. So wait, you guys can see the screen. Let me share it again with you. But agar main aapko dikhaun ye, if I show you this beautiful screen once again, there's something written on it. And to see this, what's written here? Aankhe phad ke dekhein. Thank you very much. Thank you, please. Well, yeah. So it's 6 to 7 months. Yeah. So welcome to the most fun time of your entire year. You guys will go through ups and downs. I'm not wishing the downs on you. I'm saying you guys will go through it. Allah kare, there are only ups, but that's basically what life is. Life is filled with ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs. That's the ECG machine. I think that's the ECG machine that they call, right? In which when your heart rate is, when you are alive, the signals that that is shown on that machine is up down, but when somebody just dies, it's straight. So we don't live a constant life. It's always ups and downs and ups and downs. Yeah. Fun fact, guys, the student who asked the question of when will we finish the syllabus left the class now. I am so destructive. Self-destruction mode on. Have you guys seen Megamind? I sometimes think that I'm Megamind. You know, self-destruction. Sir, you just lost a student. Eh, I'm sorry for my Tanzia Mizaj. Roasting mode on. Sir, sassy now. Okay, I'm sorry. How's your accent so good? Maybe because I've been speaking to this. Well, I'll be honest with you. To be very honest, now that you guys are grown ups, I'll tell you. Because when I first, started to, interact, when we came into co-education, when I first started to interact, I realized that all the girls used to go like yappa 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 yappa, and we did not know how to converse with them. I was like fully ashamed. I used to just sit back, and once somebody asked me, what's your name? I was like, my name Suleiman Khan hai. And that was so embarrassing. I was like, what the hell, I need to just start talking in English. So it's because of that pressure that we started to converse in English, and now we are here. So it was because of the girls. You'll see, as a guy, you'll see all the girls are mostly very good when it comes to conversing in English, but the guys are just like ugh. So आजकल तो yes, guys are also good with English. I'm joking. Please don't cancel me. Please don't cancel me. Sir, पश्तो में बात करें. Assalamu alaikum. Can you do a British accent like your brother? Hey, Khushi, he's actually taking the class in the next 30 minutes. His class is at 9:30. So he's staying in the 9:30 class, and you'll see him talk about when he talks about you'll see that why I make fun of him. But yes, he's actually a really, really smart person. He had like a world distinction or a distinction, but he did have a distinction. He had like 14, 15 A stars back in the day. So yeah, he had 14, 15 A stars and A stars in O levels and A levels, and he's at Imperial now. It's number one in the world for molecular engineering, and you'll hear more about him in his own class from him after in the next 30 minutes. The link, he's probably conducting the class on Teams, so he'll share the link in the next couple of minutes. But that's that, guys. That's life. I hope you guys enjoy. That's why you are a yapper now. Yes, no, that's why. Do you read mangas? I used to, Hamza. I used to read mangas back in the day. I feel so old when I say back in the day. But back in the day, Fairy Tail used to have mangas. Fairy Tail was this Japanese anime which we used to watch. So it had mangas like Zaref. Zaref was my favorite. Zaref and Natsu and Grey. So we used to read it, but back in the day. Not anymore, I don't have time. How to manage time if you're appearing for subjects in O levels in October, November, while also starting A levels? Now, that's a good question. You just need to have daily goals. Have small goals every single day. Okay, in O levels, I'm going to cover this chapter, do these questions. In AS level, I'm going to do this chunk right here. So make mini goals for yourself. Instead of overburdening yourself with the entire course content, make mini goals for yourself, and that's how you will be able to ace it. Don't worry about it. Just have mini objectives for the day, and not impossible objectives. Make them realistic. Sir, do we have to appear in all 5 papers? Sorry, I missed that part. No, Zara, only 3 papers for AS and 2 papers for A2. But if you're giving the papers at the end of your 2 years, then you'll have to appear for 5. Yeah. I take this class even if I wasn't taking chemistry in A-levels. Sir, I love this. Sir, who's the older brother? My older brother is Dawood. Sir Dawood is gonna take the class. Chalo guys, see you all tomorrow inshallah. Tomorrow the class is gonna be at 11 a.m. sharp 11 a.m. and it's gonna go till 12:30 p.m. inshallah. Yeah, and we're gonna start off with AS level officially tomorrow. Chalo guys, bye bye, ciao, Allah Hafiz, bye. The session, bye. I hope you guys had an insight of what A levels is. Okay, chalo, bye. Kal padenge inshallah. Bye guys. Ciao.